Welcome, Jordan.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Jordan. I'm inside, and Jordan's outside. He's in Hawaii currently.
Yeah, so I'm actually in my friend's backyard. And sitting underneath the Hawaiian flag. We have it turned upside down. This signified it's an occupied land.
So, Jordan, tell everybody that's going to be watching this in the past, present, and future a little about yourself.
Hey, so full name is Jordan Lucas Koakeke Lee Anderson Melcher. I was born in San Jose, California. Moved to San Diego, California when I was 11. When I was 18 in 2011, I moved to Oahu for my undergrad. Attended University of Hawaii at Manoa for my bachelor's, master's, and part of a PhD. I'm looking to complete that in the near future. COVID, started getting into activism, especially more recently in the last year and a half. And, got to the state in a so that's something similar these islands have to Jamaica and Bob Marley to start off with.
So you had talked about you wanted to talk about the connection between Bob Marley and the islands. Is it just you're talking about Jamaican, or are you talking all throughout the Caribbean, or are you talking about including Halloween, Hawaii also? Hawaii also.
I guess all the above. I guess personally, here in the islands, reggae music is everywhere, and without Bob, that I don't think it would have reached this far. And it's the number one musical genre in all the islands. Going to a reggae show this weekend, actually, called Mana Festival.
There's doctors. I've had some mothers that said that doctors suggest that babies listen to reggae.
It's very soothing music. I think it's one of the few forms of music that can connect us all to the source.
And besides music, how do you connect yourself to the source?
Just being part of the Aina, the land, taking care of the land, and going out surfing, scuba diving, just being really one with nature, and sharing it with friends. That's my main way to do it. And then really connect creatively through like my electronics, video games, especially movies, media, really just stirs that creative like drive in me.
Would you consider yourself a scientist, right? I don't want
Yes.
to... Okay.
Yeah,
So
definitely more on the empirical
do you
side.
think that was one of the things that why Tesla was able to be? He's still ahead of us. The things that he was able to do and push towards. Do you think he was ahead because he understood the connection to
when you're saying Tesla, you mean Elon Musk?
No, I mean Tesla. I mean, no, I don't mean the company.
Oh,
I mean
Tesla.
Tesla.
No. Oh, Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla.
The scientist.
Yeah.
No, so he understood electromagnetics at the most fundamental level to the point where he was just creating all these things automatically. Like, um, everything that we know and see has electromagnetic energy. It emits and absorbs electromagnetic energy. Um, and Tesla was somehow able to just tap into that on the most primal level and create nonstop. And unfortunately, um, he wasn't able to make too much profit out of any of it. But I think his legacy lies in how much inspiration he put put down for the next generations, including myself.
For sure. Yeah, it's interesting, the force, the challenge of society, of being in the world but not being of the world. I mean, I mean, I've taken that out of a more religious structured way, but I like to take a lot of different things from a lot of different worlds, and what that means to me is being able to play the game so you can change the rules. And I think that he didn't play the game enough, but also a big inspiration. Um, and there was probably a lot of like rumors, like I always use the example of the of him marrying a pigeon, but that was probably just like something taken out of context or something totally made up in order to just like make people think that he was an idiot that I didn't even know about him. I mean, that's one thing that I'm thankful to Elon Musk and pushing the Tesla cars up to, because I didn't even know about Tesla until probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
So I mean, that's what I have lots of criticisms of Elon Musk, and I'm sure we could go into that, and we may go into that, but
I'd rather not.
yeah, I'd rather not. I don't want to block
No,
him from
I
it,
just
but also,
misunderstood what you're saying.
yeah. So
But
I
yeah,
because I don't think I don't think that Elon Musk is the saving grace of mankind, but there's certain things he's doing good, and I have certain criticisms for him. Again, not going into that.
but yeah, going back to Tesla though, I mean, he was a savant. I mean, he was basically on par with Isaac Newton, I think, in terms of brilliancy. He just didn't create those connections or didn't have the connections that Newton had. Um, Newton was very wealthy. Uh, Tesla wasn't. But the guys that really paved the way for all, I mean, the technology we're holding in our hands or sitting in front of us right now, I mean, that goes to Volta, Faraday, and the guy who defined it in mathematical terms, Maxwell, and the guy who even simplified it even more heavy side. Those guys are the gods of electromagnetics.
Got it. So for the layman, being able to structure what happens in nature and harnessing it to create something that
Exactly.
connect to the world.
Yep. And being able to share it, create, and free flow, and really tap into that ultimate source.
For sure. And I had mentioned to you that I created a song that's going viral with artificial intelligence, and I'm not a fan of artificial intelligence, but I want to get into the conversation because I don't think it's a necessary evil. I think it's just something that's here that we have to ground in a way, and we have to know, we have to evolve to catch up with artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
We're the ones that haven't evolved to be able to manage it. We're thinking that these tools have more power than we do.
Yeah. It's no different than, the car and the horse and buggy. They were saying the same things when those came out. All these, articles saying that, it's the devil's work. It's all this other stuff. It's going to be the end of the world. But at this period of time, AI has become so popular. It's at the point where everyone's trying to understand it all at the same time, so that we can set some moral boundaries to contain it to a place, contain it so that it doesn't get out of hand, too chaotic. Similar to how the internet is kind of right now. It's very chaotic right now. We thought we had these boundaries in place. However, things are unraveling really quickly in the last decade.
For sure.